It's a kind of unsavory magic when you think about it. I'm grossed out, but I'm intrigued. If you're trying to incorporate new chickens with an existing flock, you may want to give this method a try.
Yes.
That's in there. And this is why they have to be killed.
Do you want to grab her?
I'm gonna try. Oop. So fan them out. And then that line, that's a little high, babe. Okay, that it?
That's one.
Good job. Do you want me to keep them separate?
Just hold her for now. One more. Now comes the fun moment.
The Americanas are really pretty. They look like Joan Jett.
With a beard. Makes me wonder if I should go this high.
Yeah.
Now the other chickens will be able to get in, but they should still be able to roost. You're free if you want to be.
Oh, baby birds. Baby birds gotta see what's going on.
Hi there, yo folks. I'm Sean the Modern Yeoman, and I'd like to welcome you back to the Homestead for another Work With Me Wednesday episode. As you saw at the beginning of the video, last night we decided to open up the teenage laying crew's tractor and give them access to Gen Pop, the general population of laying chickens. We'll check on them here in a little while, but first, we got a lot of work to do here on the homestead. As with all Work With Me Wednesday episodes, there's no fancy editing, there's no music, it's just me and you working and chatting together. So, if you'd like to root me on from the comfort of wherever you're watching this video, let's get to work. It's been a while since I've been doing any burning, bonfiring out this brush that I've been collecting over the past few months. But now that the weather is starting to cool, And because it's just bugging me so much, I figured I'd start burning through this pile again before we got too cold. It's been several months since we used the chainsaw as well, so it appears that my chainsaw skills are a tad bit rusty. Well, that's rolling up. I'm going to move the meat chicken tractor. But first, let's check on the K chickens, the Kramer chickens. Hi, gang. Any eggs yet? Let's see. Still no eggs yet. I'd imagine here within a few weeks, like I was saying before, at the most, these guys seem to be right at the age where they're supposed to start doing this. No eggs just yet, but we'll keep you posted. I think they're going to start here any minute now. Before we got meat chickens, I often wondered if it was really necessary to move the meat chicken tractor every day. If you watch homesteading channels on YouTube, then you'll see everyone that has meat chickens seems to move the tractors every single day. And again, I was like, is that really necessary? Well, I'm here to tell you, after owning meat chickens for a few weeks, you definitely need to move these guys every day. They are poop machines, and they fill that little square patch of grass that their tractor is covering with poop very quickly. I will say they're also very happy to be on new grass every time I move them. Lots of bugs and fresh grass that they haven't seen. Gives them an opportunity to forage. Now, you might be tempted to think that all this poop that these chickens leave behind just ruins the lawn in the wake of this chicken tractor. But I found that the opposite is actually true. The lawn on the freshly moved grass is gross. That is true. It's covered with poop. But as you go back and you start to look at a week ago, where the tractor was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, you start to see that it's grown over, and the chicken poop serves as a type of manure, a fertilizer, and it makes the grass very green. The chickens actually started right around here, and you can see it's very green and completely grown over. You can't tell that there was a chicken tractor here. This was patchy. It used to be a lot like this. This is old dirt. But now it's grown in quite a bit just from having the chickens there. So like I said, it's actually been a benefit for our yard and our pasture to have the chickens moving over it. Give it a week or two after you move that tractor off, and it makes the lawn even better. I don't know if that's true in every case, but we found it to be true for us. It's a kind of unsavory magic when you think about it. I'm grossed out, but I'm intrigued. So I want to see how the teenage chickens are doing with their newfound freedom. But before I do that, I want to have a quick look-see at our cover crop, buckwheat and field peas. Thanks again, Jay and Cheryl, for this gate. Doesn't that look good? It's at the front of our garden. And it's very easy. You just lift it out of this thing here, pop it over. Voila. As you can see, the buckwheat, at least I think it's the buckwheat. I'm not sure if this is the buckwheat or the field peas, but one of these two cover crop seeds is growing in magnificently. It's patchy, but it's only been 4 or 5 days since I sowed it, and already it's coming up very strong. I think it's buckwheat. Yes, it is, because as you can see here, it looks like the buckwheat hulls are still on some of these little seedlings here coming up. So yeah, these are the buckwheat that's coming up. If there's field peas in the mix that are coming up as well, I wouldn't honestly know how to recognize them, but our cover crop experiment seems to be going pretty well. I hope it gets in thicker here, but again, it's only been a few days, so we'll keep an eye on it. We'll continue to water it, but so far the cover crop thing is working out well. All right, time to go see how these young chickens, these young layers, are dealing with their freedom. Well, they are out of their tractor. They're not out very far. It looks like Fighter and some of the other adult hens are hanging out close by, and it doesn't look like there's that much drama, which I guess is good. I imagine it'll stay this way for a little while. The young chickens kind of sticking close to what they know. They have been venturing out. They've been on the outskirts of their tractor, hanging out, pecking at grass, and the other chickens are here as well. And although there's been some minor pecking behavior, it's minor. I think they're gonna integrate just fine. Eventually, I'd like to remove this tractor altogether and have these guys start cooping up with the main crew at night, but we'll work our way up there. Right now, we're just kind of weaning them off this tractor, and I think this is the way to go. If you're trying to incorporate new chickens with an existing flock, you may want to give this method a try. Get them in a large tractor in the main chicken run so they're separate, but they have time to get used to the main chicken crew. And then after a little while, just lift the tractor up like this. Give them some freedom to come and go as they please. And still have this be their home base. They're familiar with it. And the other chickens, there seems to be very minimal conflict between these guys and the main crew. And so I think next time we integrate chickens, we're going to use this method. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today, this Wednesday. I hope everything is going well for you guys. I know that it's been kind of an interesting couple of weeks here with me working and getting back to the homestead and trying to get everything back on track. It seems like things have been going a little bit slower than I would have liked. I've got a lot on my plate in the next few months, specifically getting ready to harvest these meat birds and getting ready for pigs and refashioning the garden. And there's some other big projects that I have in mind. I know I mentioned a couple videos ago that I'd like to talk with you guys about how Holly and I managed to get into this lifestyle and how we have our work situation set up. And don't worry, I didn't forget about that. That's still something that we're very much planning on talking about. Suffice it to say, we've got a busy couple of months in front of us, a lot of projects, and I feel like this is kind of the calm before the storm, before things get too out of control. But it's been nice to recoup, to rest, to let my body kind of get back into the rhythm it was in before I started that nighttime job. And so that's what I'm going to continue doing this week, is working outside, getting some vitamin D, getting used to my old schedule, and getting ready to gear up for a new chapter and getting ready for things to pick up again here on the homestead. Anyways, I got to go check on this fire. But again, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. And until next time, remember, as always, slowly, slowly.